Three, two, one, go.
Take two.
Okay. So here's what we're doing. Twice a month, we're going to sit down, we're going to film and record something, and halfway through the month, that's this one, we're going to talk more about like core values, happenings at the gym, things along those lines. And then towards the end of the month, beginning of the month, when we would normally do our committed club drawing, we'll pull that into this while also taking a moment to kind of like interview a member, talk to them about their experiences and their expertise. So one is very like member focused and one is focused on the entire community. So that's what we're here doing today.
So, and our goal is to 10 minutes. We're trying to keep it to 10 minutes to keep you engaged, which isn't easy. I think Crystal has a bet that there's no way Lee and I can do that. So we're at a minute now. We're going to try to be quick. We started the clock. Here we go. So, again, the idea behind this is highlighting the gym, right? So is this episode 1 of this? We want to hit our core values. You probably see them on the wall if you've been an OG or been around for a long time. I think about 5 years ago, I had to create those for something I was doing to really think about what it meant, what the gym was, and how it was going to guide our direction. So what we're going to do is hit all 4 of those, tell you a little bit about what it looks like in the gym, and then what it looks like in your everyday life at home. So,
first one, excellence in all we do.
So in the gym, what does that look like? It means giving our best effort, whatever that happens to be, at the highest standard that we can complete that at. So again, wherever we're at whatever we're doing it to our best ability.
And I always think anything worth doing is worth doing well. So that's what I always relate back to this. In our everyday life, that's literally anything worth doing is worth doing well. So that may be in your job, it may be within your family, it may be just something that you pass down to your kids and the sports that they play or the activities that they do. That, if you're going to play piano, then you're going to practice, because if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well.
And for me, a big teaching moment from a kid's perspective, being a parent, is like something that you don't want to do, like clean the bathroom. Like, hey, if we're going to do it, like, let's do it to this standard, because that's going to translate to anywhere that you go in life more than any type of degree or something that you have can really help carry over. So that's core value 1.
The natism that's tied to this is how you do anything is how you do everything.
And I read that from a book. 90% of what I said I've read or listened to. So that's core value 1. Core value 2.
Integrity in all action.
So I always say it's what you do when nobody's looking, and the type of character that you present in that. So in the gym setting, what does that look like? It means counting your reps, doing everything as prescribed or that you're capable of doing, and doing that to that like honesty type level in that.
And as a community, it goes deeper than that too. It's also like, I have a perfect example from this week where Emmy, being a kid, broke a jump rope. No one was here to know. It was just her and Jake here. And 2 days later, Jake handed me the exact same jump rope. Like, that just shows integrity. No one was here to see that, and he still made a point to get it replaced. So,
again, it's what you do when nobody's looking. That's what we define that integrity as. Number 3
is passion for the community that we serve.
So in the gym, what does that look like? It means caring or kind of putting others' needs before our own needs. The cliche is like how we serve others is really the core value in that, the definition of that. So when a new person comes in, you know how that was as you walked into a gym. It might be here, it might be somewhere else, or work for your first time. You're scared, you're nervous. So do you say hi? Do you introduce yourself? Do you help make that person feel comfortable? Do you kind of help clean up after yourself, or help clean up others, and kind of put others before yourself? And outside of that would look like
just doing the same thing in your daily life, like not being the guy that leaves the cart in the parking lot being the guy that puts it away, because you know that behind that roaming cart, there's a worker out there wrangling them all up.
And at home, how I do this is I always write little notes on empty toilet paper rolls at our house. So it's just like how, if you're leaving that behind, that's also an integrity thing, right? For my daughters of like get better or something like that on there. So it's my thing is I always want to leave something better than it was than when I first got there. And that's the idea of like, how is it going to serve others better? So that's a big one.
Yeah, and I just think that when you're others focused, that you're not always center focused, life is just so much more fulfilling because their wins become your wins. We're not winning all the time, but when we pour into others and they're winning, it feels like you're winning all the time.
And then that core values kind of led to us starting the foundation and helping lead other groups and help those that need a little bit more help and guidance. And it's really been like, how can we serve the community that we live in and help others and lift them up no matter their age or their situation or anything along those lines. So that's really kind of directed our ship in that direction.
For sure.
So the last one?
Driven for constant growth.
So in the gym, what does that mean? It means just pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, essentially, right? Is, yes, I feel good right in here, but can I try something new? Can I try something different? Can I like put my ego aside of maybe not being successful in my own mind of what that means? Does it mean like getting less rounds by doing the right amount or the stimulus of what the coach says, or whatever that case may be? But it's really about challenging yourself out something that it doesn't really feel that good.
Comfortable.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Makes you sweat a little bit just thinking about it.
Yeah, I think about just never being complacent, and that takes it into life as well as like just in my job, in my family, how I serve others. Like I'm never complacent, and I'm constantly looking for areas where I can do better. I can be better. Like your notes to your daughters.
Yeah, and that's not even like, we might think of like doing more, but actually driven for constant growth might be doing less.
Better. And I think
right?
about that from a business perspective. It's easy to see like, oh, hey, when we opened South, that was us trying to grow. And it's like, really, growing is not more members, more people, more. It's not that. It's better serving, being more efficient, being better, giving more from a quality perspective.
Yeah. And the Nateism, or what I took from my L1, like more isn't better, better is better type of idea. So really thinking about that, like doing more, we always want to do more, say yes, do more. That isn't necessarily driven. Maybe we have to pull it back a little bit and see how we can do the things that we're doing. Maybe doing more is by saying no and doing better to those within your circle, whatever that may be. So being driven isn't always doing more. Maybe it's actually doing less, which doesn't feel right, especially in today's society. So that's a big one, which leads us to the last one. We've done all four, but now kind of the highlight, and we got a minute and 20 seconds here.
Crushing it.
We're going to wrap it up. Is we have a new shirt coming out that is awesome. We're going an oversized shirt because I hear it's like the cool thing
it's
to
the
do.
new trendiest thing
It's
to
the
do.
new trendiest thing to do. So you can still wear your leggings. But
And your tall socks.
Yeah, and your tall socks. You just wear this giant shirt that goes past your elbows. And that's where...
So cozy.
It's so cool. But anyways, it's going to say LRCF, and it says hold the line on the bottom. So that is like kind of a motto or a thing that I've tried to live by, we've tried to live by within the gym is, as you've noticed over time, it seems like the standard of society has lowered to meet people wherever they're at to feel comfortable, right? I think of when I was a school teacher, well, we just won't give homework because kids aren't doing it. We won't do this. Like, people like expectations, and if you hold them to those high expectations, people will surprise you and meet those. So our idea is we're holding the line on excellence. We're holding the line on integrity. We're holding the line on serving others. We're holding the line on being driven for constant growth to continually get better as people, as a gym, as a community. So that's why we this idea of the shirt came out. Leah and I saw it 2 weeks ago, or an idea of it on a hat a guy had. And I said, what if we had that same thing and it said, hold the line, meaning like, and I have it on a necklace that I wear of relentless, and on the other side it's hold the line, because that's how important to me. When everybody's lowering the standard, we want to maintain the standard and hold the line of that standard. So we're 30 seconds over. You got anything in closing?
Yeah, I would just say that the reason for sharing these is so they're not just posters on the wall. They're how we all hold each other accountable. It's not just us to trainers. It's not just trainers to athletes. It's us as an entire community holding that line together. So
in living the values out, right? A poster is one thing, but I always say talk is cheap. So how do we live those out every single day? So only a minute over.